let's go ahead and go into something else that y'all did. Was you hired me to help you do the colors and the coordination for the inside and the exterior of the home.
Right.
It's not just like an interior decorator. We're looking at materials, you
Yes.
know, as to the way all of that goes about. Can you tell me a little bit about why you chose to hire me and go with me as a consultant and decorating also?
There are so many things to pull together, and we know what we like and what we don't like, but we also needed help. And obviously, you know what you're talking about, and you are accessible. So it has been the best money that we have spent in many ways, because you've helped us with granite. You've helped us look at how the kitchen colors and the granite that we've chosen complement one another. You've helped us with flooring. You've helped us with the stucco color, the stone color. We've been to model homes together, so that you helped us look at different ceiling treatments that we can do. And it just helps to have someone like you who can help us pull things together. And you've also told me that you will help after we move in,
Yes.
so that we can make sure that we are using colors that complement one another and that add a lot of color. Yeah, because you're going to help us use our existing furniture within reason, and then help us look at some accessories that will pull it together. Oh my goodness, yes. And so Tricia,
is it just choosing a stucco color?
No. Oh, it's not just choosing a white. I don't know how many whites there are in Sherwin-Williams palette. I don't know, but you came out to the rental house, and we actually had stone from the other house here. And you've been out to the new house several times too, but you helped us choose that color, Austin white, because we wanted something that was really pretty pale, cream, not with a lot of color. And so the three of us were out there one evening in different lights. We would take the samples to different lighting, and the three of us chose what we thought was the best color. Okay, because we wanted something that tended a little bit more towards gray than cream, and certainly not tan. And so I went to Sherwin-Williams and I got a small sample, and I had the stucco guy, or the paint guy, put this on top of the stucco. Oh, it looked awful. It looked more yellow than it looked grayish.
Nothing like the sample.
No, absolutely not. And so we needed to make a decision quickly. And so you helped me with that too. You came out to the new house, and we looked at samples. We looked at swatches. We went to Sherwin-Williams and got bigger color squares. And so we chose 3. And when Tim got home that night from Houston, we went out there and we did 3 colors, and we sent them to you, and all 3 of us chose one. And I must say, it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. It complements the stone really well. I'm just really happy with that.
Well, good.
And there's a process even before you select a color for stucco. There are a ginormous number of finishes that you can put with your stucco as well.
Oh, yes.
So you really need to do your research on your stucco as to what kind of finish. We went with something called fine sand, and they actually, on the finish coat, they actually embed this really fine sand within it. You can get coarse sands. You can make it smooth. You can make a trial look where they actually take a trial and it looks more like plaster. So there's once more, you have to do your homework. And you can't just say, oh, I'll take anything.
One last thing, Tim, for energy efficiency, what was it that you put on the sill seal between the foundation and the framework? What did you decide to go with? So
typically there's a product that is pink in color that is, I can't really describe, but it's primarily air. And that's what's typically put under a sill plate before the walls are put up around the perimeter of your house. Well, what happens is when the weight of the walls gets put on that, it compresses it down so it loses any value that it has. what I found online from a company out of, I think they were out of Baltimore, Maryland, was this product that's made of neoprene rubber. And it has these two little ridges on either side. It's approximately, well, I think it's 5.5 inches thick because our exterior walls are 2x6s. That is 5.5 inches, which is the exact size of a 2x6 width, that goes on the bottom. And these two little, it's solid rubber all the way across a 5.5 inch, but then it's got these two little ridges that that are hollow inside. And as you put those on the seal plate and the weight, it compresses those down. So there's no way any air infiltration can get through that area.
Well, they were having really a fit because they thought that their builder had taken care of everything so that they could start building, and their builder had started building. And then the HOA, the president of the HOA, just had a cow, really, because they had not even turned in plans to the ACC. And so here they are in hot water with the HOA already because they trusted that their general contractor had done everything. They had not really even applied for their electricity yet. So that put them behind, and they were really in a bind. They were very upset, and they thought that they were upset with the HOA. It wasn't the HOA. It was the builder that didn't do what they needed to do to get approvals. So in a way, somebody might think it's scary to have that responsibility of doing everything yourself, or making sure, not doing everything yourself, but making sure that everything is done properly. But it also allows you to sleep at night because you know it's done right.
Because you did it yourself.
Absolutely.
It gives you a peace knowing
Absolutely.
that you talked to the electric company, that
Yes.
you talked to the HOA, you've
Yes.
gotten everything taken care of
Mhm.
yourself,
Yes.
instead of entrusting it to somebody else
Right.
to make sure that they go through that entire process.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah. So one thing that I would like to tell everybody is, along the way, there are hiccups. But this process really, and with your guidance, we have gotten through these hiccups. You need to know how to negotiate with the contractors, treat them nicely. Sometimes I bring them breakfast tacos or Gatorade or just some little treat. And there are wonderful workers out there, but mistakes are made. So stay on top of it and let them know as soon as you find that there's an error. And most of them are really happy to fix it, make it right. And you can do it. If I can do it, I feel sure that most
Anybody
people can do it.
it.
Yes, I really feel
And it's
that.
all in the preparation. Do you have
It
any
is.
last words, Tim?
No, it's just one of my mottos in my business is trust but verify. Be prepared to go onto your work site, preferably every day. Depends on some of the things that are being done. For instance, we had some certain walls that separate the house from my workshop, and we were putting in a wine room, and those needed to be walled off so the insulation could be applied against those walls prior to the rest of the insulation. So we had to coordinate with a sheetrock supplier to bring sheetrock and a crew out, and they came out yesterday and put up the sheetrock exactly where it needed to be. But in preparation for that, what I did was I took the plans and I took a PDF editor, because all the plans are in PDF, and highlighted exactly where they needed to put these hot walls. And we actually got to the site a little bit later than usual yesterday, and I walked it and everything was exactly in its place. But like I said, you trust but verify. We keep a set of plans on site so that any of the subcontractors can look at the plans. I would recommend that you also get an architect scale so you can determine little subtle things. Something could be off 8 inches, but it could be detrimental to the project, even if it's off 8 inches. And you're just looking at the plan, you can't really tell that. So carry a tape measure with you and be prepared to get dirty.
That's right.
Oh, yes. I really have put sweat equity into that house, from sweeping the roads because it is a messy process, to moving rocks, you name it. I never did think I would be doing that, but it feels good.
Well, I'm so happy that y'all have come this far, and that we look forward to doing a video with you going into your new home and having everything all done. So thank you so much for your time today.
Anytime.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And where are the walkers?